Welcome into the Missoula Prep Sports Network's live stream of Loyola Soccer. Chris Stratton, Mark Richardson on the call for you here. As we get ready to go, the Loyola Rams and the Polson Pirates. The Loyola Breakers would tie up with Loyola in the first matchup with the girls, 3-3. We'll get you the best audio of this. I know that the video stream is a little rough here. We're working on putting the budget together so that the funds together so that we can get a higher quality video for you guys. But I'll tell you what, the audio stream, the coverage of the game is going to be spot on with myself and Coach Richardson. Coach is going to be heading out here probably before the end of the game. His son Trad plays for the Frenchtown Bronx, and they are taking on Columbia Falls right now. Loyola Rams and Breakers are the only team in Class B that has, or only school in Class B that has a soccer program. They battle with the Class A programs.
Yeah,
and they do a pretty good job as well.
Yeah, it's nice to see a B school playing up like this, especially with the numbers that they have coming out on both the boys and the girls side.
Now, you were able to check out Polson earlier this week against Frenchtown, so you've got a little bit of insight on the game.
Yeah, Polson's solid. I mean, all the way around, no weaknesses. They play the ball great through the midfield. They tackle really hard. They're physical. They got speed up front. I mean, they're a good team.
So we get set to play here in Polson. Turned out to be a pretty nice day. We've got some smoke lingering over the top of us. And there's the whistle to start play. Polson will control the ball to start out with. And Lind Lampson, the senior forward, looks like he could play some tailback for the Pirates as well.
Looks like he could play some tailback for the Grizzlies. He's a big, strong kid, and he's got good speed, and he's got some ball skills too.
They'll fight for it on the far sideline. Polson trying to control. The Rams, they will go left to right across your screen. This one's going to be controlled down the far sideline and into the box.
Nice job
The
by
Rams
Tyree.
defense trying to defend there. A shoulder by the Ram defender sends the striker down, cleared up the field. At about midfield here. The starters for the Rams as we go through the game here. The ball's pressured down. The goalkeeper will be Daniel Kalava. At the defensive side be Teddy Hackling. Polson being very patient with the ball. It's fed into the middle of the field. Defenders there for the Rams.
Yeah, Polson's pretty patient, and they've got a good game plan. They're good with the ball. They've got I think 5 seniors and 6 juniors on the field right now, so they've got some experience. And if they push the ball around like they can, they play pretty good soccer.
Ball's cleared out to midfield, trying to control it, but there's 2 Polson defenders there. The other defenders, that would be Ben Tunstra and Jason Eyrig, the midfielders. Christian Klingler. Midfielder defender is Liam Lechner. Zach Tyree. Bridger Bell. Sean Kalava and Garrett Dahl. The forwards, they'll run with Jack Lincoln. Lincoln, he is an athlete. We've been able to see him on Loyola Ram and Breaker basketball on Fox Sports Radio. Polson still controlling the ball on the Ram half of the field. They'll feed it up and it'll be booted out of bounds. It'll be Polson ball on the near side.
Yeah, Loyola's got a young team this year and a little inexperienced, but they've got some great athletes. So, they should be competitive and make things, interesting and have a good season too.
Lamson will have it fed up to him, but he'll be offsides before the ball is fed to him. So it'll be Ram ball. Yeah, they are a fairly young team. They do have juniors and seniors for the most part on their starting squad. This one will be fed up field, and the ball will be in the Ram portion of the field for the first time, and they'll go ahead and drop it back to the goalkeeper, and he'll clear it out of bounds. It will be Ram ball on the near sideline. The goalkeepers today for Polson, it is Russell Smith. He is a senior. And as I mentioned, Daniel Lava keeping for the Rams. They'll go ahead and give it back to the goalkeep for a goal kick. Everybody backs up. We'll see a different game here between the boys. We'll see a lot more physical action here. A lot of bumping and running. It's an aspect of the game that I really enjoyed as a defender. Had a lot of fun playing sweeper and being able to bump and run. Rams control the ball right now, though. 35-47 left in the first half. This one will be kicked in on the far side. And Dial will fight for it. We get a whistle, and it'll be Polson ball. Trying to control it at midfield. Brought back. Center of the field between the legs of the defender, but controlled by Polson. Polson will feed it up, and Lamson will get control of it, and now streaking down the field is Bergamont, and the keeper will pick it up. Lava clears it up to the near side, far side I should say. Lincoln trying to get onto it.
It's a good
idea.
idea.
Be cleared out
switch.
of bounds. Very quickly, Polson jumps right back into it. And Vergamont is going to rush down. He's got a cross. And Lamson will come in, but the keeper will control. There's the Leva will clear it out. Nice boot to about midfield. Polson will control once again, though. Polson has it at midfield. They give it up to Lamson. He'll feed it out to the far side. Keeper will come out and snag it.
Yeah, I like this Loyola keeper. He's being really active in the defense. He's coming up and helping them on some of these through balls, and he's pretty active right now. And he's just an added defender in that back line.
This one will be fed upfield. Lamson will get a head on it, or a foot on it. His head over the ball. And Kaleva will clear this one out to the near sideline. Picked up by Polson once again. And by their midfielder. Fighting for it are the Rams, but there's two white jerseys over the top of the Ram player. Polson will bring it, clear it to the far side. Can't control it. Picked up by the Rams. Rams will have it taken away. Lamson right there. We get a whistle, and it's going to be Ram ball on the free kick. And the kick is done very quickly up the far sideline to Lincoln. Lincoln will control it. Actually, that's Dial, not Lincoln. Dial still fighting with it. Cleared out, picked up on the far sideline. Set into the far side, down to the line. Nice ball control. Polson will deflect the cross, and it will be a corner kick.
Yeah, Polson's doing a good job of finding guys open wide. And if they can keep doing that and get the ball across the middle, they could be effective up front.
Here's the corner. Controlled at the top, but Polson will take it away. Still fighting for it. Rams trying to stay on top of it. Lechner right there in the face. Cleared up field. Level will come up and clear it back up the field. It'll roll down the near sideline. Trying to catch up with it are the Rams. That is number 6, Jack Lincoln. Or is that number 8? I believe that was number 8, Bridger Bell. A little bit harder to see the numbers on the jerseys with the Rams. They're wearing their navy front with the Columbia blue stripes. And the name is in Columbia blue, smaller than on the back. That'll be brought back, and Eyrig will try to get it. As it goes out of bounds, it will be Ram ball. Eyrig will be the throw-in down the near sideline. Defended nicely, out of bounds. Michael Bergerant, the forward. This one will be fed in, not controlled by the Rams. Now it is controlled. And Bridger Bell trying to control it as he gets shoved from behind, and it will be a free kick. Bergerant's probably got that, kind of got that Kobe Jones look to him with his dreads. One of my favorite players. Here's the kick in. Fed in nicely, but headed out. Good defense.
Yeah, it's a great ball by Tyree across the middle like that. He put it up into the box, and Polson had to play a good defense to get rid of that thing.
2 all-time favorite players of mine would be Kobe Jones and Alexi Lawless. Alexi Lawless, obviously, because of his play and the fact that I played sweeper as well. My oldest son, I tried to name him Kobe Alexander, but my wife was not down for it, so he's Cody Alexander. So that's how much I am love with soccer. I try to name my kids after players. This one's cleared out nicely by the keeper for Polson, controlled by Lamson, fed back to Wall Wilbert. Wall Wilbert will bring it up the near sideline. Crosses it into the middle of the field, switches fields now as it rolls to the far sideline. It'll be picked up by Dahl. Fed in. The headers try to be cleared out, and that's a close one.
Nice job, though, getting rid of that ball, because I think that striker might have beat that keeper to the ball.
And that will be a corner kick for Polson.
Yeah, Lamson looked like he had a beat on that thing, and he's quite a bit taller than their keeper, and defense did a good job of getting rid of that ball.
Corner kick is fed in. Nice high floating kick. It's going to be brought back out to Vergrant, and it's going to be kicked to the sideline. It will be Polson ball, throw in on the near corner. Vergrant will feed it in. Wall Wilbert will control. Gives it back. They'll backpedal and switch fields to the far side. Nice defense there by Lechner. Lechner trying to defend off of it, pushing the ball back towards the Rams half of the field. Rolls out of bounds, and it will stay in Polson's possession. The throw in, defended, cross to the near side. Chasing it down is Wall Wilbert. Nice feed by Vergrant. Wall Wilbert with it. Gives it back to Vergrant. He can't control, but it is right there at the top of the key. Shot on goal, and it goes in. Polson strikes blood first.
And that was a nice goal. He received the ball in the middle, made a little move, and didn't try to crush it. He just tucked it away in that far corner, the only place he could put it.
And I didn't see the number on the one that put that one in. Number 7, okay, that was Inkzo.
Yeah, it was a nice shot. Like I said, a lot of people like to just crush the ball, and he just saw a little bit of opening on that far post, which was the only opening, and he just nicely tucked it away over there.
I don't think people realize the finesse that's involved with soccer. They just see these guys running around. Nice feed by Vergrant. Keeper will come out, smartly defended. Vergrant will put a shot on. The defender is there to force it away. Great play by number 10, Zach Tyree. Got to sacrifice your body on the ball there on the defensive side. Nice header in, cleared out by Lechner.
Yeah, nice clearance.
And it's going to force it way deep into Polson territory, and they'll kick it back to the keeper. And Jack Lincoln will be back there. The keeper will clear it out. He's got a nice boot as it comes out to midfield. rolls out of bounds, and that will be Polson ball on the throw-in.
Yeah, when Loyola is doing a good job of getting numbers back in the box and, making it tough for Polson to get through that middle. Polson is not afraid to bring the ball all the way back to their keeper, though, to pull Loyola out of the back and spread that field open for them to run a little bit.
Loyola trying to get on the attack, but Polson with a great job. The Lamson young man, he's going to put a shot on goal, but Kalava is there. But I've been really impressed with Polson's midfielders, the way that they've been able to stay on the attack. They, with the lineup, they do have just 3 midfielders. They run a 3-3-5, which is very stressful for a team that's trying to run defense. This one's going to be fed upfield, and Wall Wilbert will bring it up the near sideline.
Yeah,
that one's defended smartly outside.
They use a couple of those guys to attack on that outside a lot, overlapping, and but like you said, that midfield, they just push the ball around. They're very simple, nothing fancy. They don't try to force things. If the middle's crowded, they're very willing and patient to spread things out a little bit.
So they'll have both sides will have substitutions come in with 26-28 left on the clock here in the first half. 1-0 Polson on the scoreboard. And they are threatening once again. Here's the throw-in. Thrown into the box.
Big
nicely
throw.
Defended. But it is controlled by Polson. Shot on goal, and it goes in. That'll be number 5, Alexis Guerrero.
Alex Guerrero with the point.
Yeah, those big throw-ins, if you don't put a head on those, they can bounce around and anything can happen like that. Guerrero did a good job of taking that ball off his thigh and side volleying it high into the net.
So Polson getting up on the board very quickly here. 26-13 left in the first half, and they have a 2-0 lead over the Rams. Rams will control. They'll give it back. Tyree to control. They'll feed it upfield. There's a man streaking up the field. Don't have the number. They'll stop, wait for traffic. Now he tries to cross it. Doesn't get a good foot on it, and now Polson will clear it to the near side. Bergerant feeds it out. Midfield. Nice feed. Defenders there. Shot on goal, and it goes in.
Just a great workup from the back all the way through, just nice and simple. And then the big through ball, and of course he finished really well from outside the 18 on that.
Was a great feed into the streaker. And that brings the ball back to midfield. Polson leads 3-0 here in Polson, Montana over the Loyola Rams. The girls would tie up at 3 in the first game. 25-42 left on the clock here in the first as Loyola will substitute players. Lincoln with the kick. He'll drop it back. They'll feed it backwards. Controlled by Sean Kalava. Fed up field. Polson will feed it back to the keeper.
One thing I like about Loyola, though, they're obviously a little bit less experienced than Polson, but they're not trying to just boom the ball. They're trying to do things right, and and in the future that'll pay off a lot.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, once you get bigger, stronger, faster, a little more experienced, then you don't have to learn things over again.
Polson trying to get tricky as they try to cross it over. And we get a whistle. It will be Ram ball as we get a shoulder on the far side. There are ways to hide the way you put that shoulder in there. That was one thing that I picked up with doing the Olympic development program, was how to, as a defender, be able to use those moves and keep them hidden. I don't feel like it's really cheating. It's just the advantage. This one's going to be fed up to Vergerant. He's got to run on the ball. He'll turn, shoot with his left foot, but it will go wide. And I don't really feel like it's cheating just because it's just a move that it's a normal move. It's just the way that you do it that doesn't look like it's so offensive.
Yeah, Monterey got his hip in there, and that was, I think, why they called that. You know, he's a big, strong kid, and but like you said, if you're going shoulder to shoulder, and you can move people around and you can bump them, and you know, it's not a foul.
They'll head it backwards, out of bounds. Rams will have it. They're on the run. They'll go ahead and feed it in. Lincoln with the run. He's got a run on the ball, and it'll be taken away by the defender. Lincoln's right there. They're still. Keeper's out. Trying to get the shot on his Lincoln as he goes down. Rams will control at the top. Shot with the left foot. Can't get it, and the keeper will come out and take it on. The keeper goes down with the loose ball.
Yeah, that's a good attack right there for Loyola. They could have scored easy right there. A nice job.
And Polson now on the attack. They will switch fields. Comes to the near side. Wall Wilbert in control. Feeds it back. Now to Lehner. Lehner has his pass picked off. Fed up field. Lincoln's got a run, but the defender is there in Wenzel. They'll get it back to the keeper.
And Lincoln can continue to get one-on-one with that center defender. You know, they could get this game closed up pretty quickly.
Yeah, if you can get Lincoln on a run, he's going to be able to really break things open. And it's kind of a switch of what was going on with the first game where Polson had Howell. They were trying to feed her. Lincoln is the same thing on the Rams side of the ball is what Howell was doing for Polson.
Yeah, exactly. He's big and strong and got good speed, and you know, Polson really shouldn't be getting himself in a one-on-one situation with him.
The throw-in deflected. Now taken away on the far side by the Rams. They feed it up the far sideline. Lincoln's making his way towards the goal. Polson with a good defense. Now they do feed it across, and there's nobody there for the Rams. They'll kick it to the sideline. It'll go out, and it will be Ram ball on the near sideline.
Yeah, it was a great cross.
The throw in, handled by Eyrig. He'll toss it to the near side. It'll be kicked out. Lincoln tries to feed it, but it's taken away by Vergerant. And then a nice boot upfield, and the runner will be offsides at midfield. Number 5, Alex Guerrero.
Yeah, with their early success, I'm really curious to see if Polson continues to play the ball sideways and control, or if they're just going to try to pound it up the middle like this. And, you know, it'll bring a lot of offsides, and it gets sloppy. And, you know, a senior-laden team like them, they need to stay composed and just keep pushing the ball around, and the goals will come.
So it'll be Ram throw in on the near sideline. Eyrig will have the control on it. Now the throw in. Controlled in the near corner. Cross to the top. Number 10 is there. He'll turn, tries to control. Ball a little bit in behind him, and so he couldn't get a good shot on. That was Zach Tyree.
Yeah, I love seeing that. That's a central defender coming up to support their wing on the outside, and they laid the ball back for him to take a shot, and that's nice.
So Tyree on the far side. Polson with the control. They're threatening. Nice move by the defender, but Vergerant will take it away, and now Rams are trying to take it away. Vergerant with the... Wow, that one was a great kick.
Yeah, he bent that around a couple defenders.
We call that, folks, a banana kick. That's where it curves on the kick. Most commonly comes out at the corner kick because you're able to bend the ball just right. One of our Big Sky players, when I played for Big Sky in '95, David Tingley and Jimmy Roll, those two young men were experts at that curved kick. We picked up quite a few goals off of their banana kick. So we set back at the midfield, and Polson with a 4-0 lead with 20 minutes and 4 seconds left in the first half.
I tell you though, I'll commend Loyola in this, that Loyola is continuing to try to do things the right way. And you know, they're a little outmanned right now. They're experience-wise, but they're continuing to do things the right way. And Polson, though they're continuing to score, they're getting a little. They're trying to shove things up the middle a little bit, and they're getting a little bit out of what they typically do.
Yeah, it seems like they're a little bit off on their game plan since they have been able to get up. I mean, they've had some nice streaks down. And the Polson players, they are very athletic, but like you said, they're starting to get clustered in there, and that's not the real traditional way to do soccer. Is you want to play from the outside in, force everything down the sidelines, and then once you get down into that 30-yard mark, as this one's fed in, nice one, and the keeper will come out and boot it back upfield to about midfield, is you want to be able to have that defense like that. So Polson, or Loyola now trying to control at midfield, fighting for it, and it's going to whistle as there were two defenders on top of Garrett Dahl. Kicked up field by Tyree. Lincoln's there. The defender will kick it straight up in the air, and that's something that if I was a coach, I'd be a little bit worried about. This one's going to be a high popper, but it'll bounce in front of the keeper. Lincoln's there. Keeper throws his elbow out to protect himself away from Lincoln. Nice boot to midfield by Smith. Rams will control. Number 20 with it. That's Diego Jaume.
Nice. You know, Loyola still, you know, they're pushing the ball around nice. They just had a couple nice good give and goes down the sideline. Tyree playing the ball out of the air in the back. I mean, they're doing good things, and they could take a lot from this. You know, 4-0 isn't, you know, it's a loss in the game, but it's a continued improvement for them. They can keep just doing things the way they're doing it.
Well, and you know, I think a little bit too. I mean, Polson is a good program in the Class A soccer realm.
Absolutely.
And so when you come out and you play a team like that, sometimes you come out a little flat-footed because you are on the back pedal right out of the gate. And it seemed like that's the way Loyola was at the beginning, was just off a little bit, weren't ready, and for lack of better terms, a little flat-footed. But they seemed to be getting a little bit more rhythm in. Polson does have their starters back in, which I'm kind of surprised about, as Lamson's trying to put a shot on goal. Rams will turn it back, but Polson's defenders right there. And Polson, they keep their attack heavy in the opposition side, as their defenders are across midfield, something that you don't normally see. Usually you have your defenders keep their toes right at midfield, but now the Rams with the push. Ball on the far sideline. We get a whistle as the runner on the far side was offsides.
Yeah, Polson attacks from all over the place. They're center backs, because they've got good speed and good talent in the back. They'll pull that their center back out of the middle a lot and push him upfield and join him into the attack.
We did that a lot against Kalispell when we played up there. They played a lot of boom ball, so it was very easy for us to be able to just pull that defender out, because we'd keep 3 back there. We ran a 4-5-2, 4 defenders, or no, it was a 5-4-2, 5 defenders, 4 mid, and 2 strikers. You got 2 defenders. The sweeper, which is the last man back, the stopper, would both those men play in the middle in the defense. This one will be thrown in on the far sideline. Polson with the control in the back. They seem very relaxed on the ball. I mean, they have had a few mistakes, but they seem somewhat relaxed on the ball as this one's fed down the far sideline.
Yeah, they're good with the ball, no doubt, but you can see that where they're starting to play a lot more forward, not so much simple as they were. And again, they can be successful with it because they're a big, strong, fast team. But when they play a team that's equally as physical as them, they're just getting themselves, I think, into some bad habits. But they're able to they're able
There's
to,
a run by Lincoln. He's got just the keeper in front of him. The keeper will come out and pick up the ball and slide. That one will be forced out of bounds, and that should be Loyola ball on the far sideline.
Yeah, their speed and size, when they overcommit up front, they're able to get back and still play defense.
So with 14:45 left in the first half, Polson leads Loyola 4-0. I want to thank the viewers for tuning in and watching the game here. You watching the game here with us on the Missoula Prep Sports Network, you are helping these young men out. This was going to be fed up field. A nice run by the Strikers. Lamson is up there. Nicely defended by Loyola, getting on it. This one will be shot on goal, but it'll be high and wide, and it'll be a goal kick. Loyola. And for a sophomore, Daniel Calava has played very well.
Yeah, he's doing a great job in goal.
Lots of Class A soccer going on today. Also AA soccer. Games going on in Missoula. Frenchtown will be in Columbia Falls as Calava kicks this one out of bounds.
I tell you, the nice thing about the Columbia Falls game tonight is Columbia Falls just got a brand new bleachers. They've got a brand new scoreboard, so a lot of money and a lot of support pumped into that program. They've always had a good program, but just the community support that they have right now. And
Calava with a good save. It's going to go off the foot of the Polson Pirate. And Madre will get the goal to make it 5-0 with 13:23 left.
Yeah, we talked about how much other sports get notoriety and stuff over soccer. In Columbia Falls, they're doing things, really well, program-wise, and getting a lot of respect from the community, and they're supporting them in groves.
Yeah, it's great seeing the support in the community, and when Big Sky was able to build their soccer facility just right there at Big Sky, it was a huge boost to morale to the soccer program for sure. Nice give and go. Number 4, Will Burns out there. His older brother, Brian, was a huge part of this Loyola soccer program. He graduated and is in college. This one's streaking up with Madre. Madre shot on goal. Can't get it as he crossed it actually. And Guerrero trying to put a shot on goal and not able to go in. Goal kick. Breakers. And I believe Tyree is going to be the kicker.
They pushed Tyree up in the midfield. I can't see that number.
This one's kicked nicely to midfield, but the Polson defender will force it back into the Rams portion, and that's actually number 11, Lechner, that's back there on the defense. Here's the kick. Burns is there. Feeds it out. Lincoln's starting to get a run on it. They're going to feed it up to Lincoln as he's got the run, but the Polson defender, number 10, Wenzel, with the head on it. But Tyree will control up the far sideline, and it'll be headed down the sideline. Tyree right there trying to stay on it, and it'll be taken away by the Polson defender. Fed up to midfield. Sean Calava trying to control it, and Lechner will be called on the whistle as he stepped in front of the ball there. 11:30 left here in the first half. Polson leads the Loyola Rams 5-0. This is the Missoula Prep Sports Network's presentation of Loyola Soccer. The Breakers and the Lady Pirates tied up at 3 in the first game. Shot on goal, defended. It's going to be hopped back outside. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Polson ball with 10:55 left.
Yeah, if you're a soccer fan, that first game, the girls it was fantastic. Just a lot of great soccer, great skill, great effort. on both teams really, and it was really the tie was deserved. Both teams had their share of chances, and it was a pretty equal game.
Lamson with the shot, and it'll roll just wide as Kalava came out very dangerously. Sometimes as a goalkeeper, you've got to trust your defense. You've got to be patient and keep them heels on the line, and that was one of those situations, I believe. And Polson will have substitutions. And I have to say, I really dig County's shoes out there. He's got the bright orange cleats out there. Being a soccer player, I always went for stuff that wasn't the norm.
Yeah, we don't even care what his number is. We know him from the shoes. That's nice.
So we get ready here after the substitutions are taken care of for Polson.
Yeah, Loyola can take a lot of good stuff from this first half. I mean, obviously it's 5-0. They're getting beat on the scoreboard, but like I said, right now a lot of Polson's goals are just being bigger, stronger, faster. Not that Loyola's not doing things right. They're young right now, and if they just keep pushing and get through this, later on in the season, they'll be a lot more successful on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, the scoreboard definitely controls the win and loss column, but you can't always go by that in the tempo and feel of the game.
You can go up 5-0. You can win this game 10-0 and go backwards if you're not doing things the right way. If you're scoring goals just because you're bigger and stronger, you're not always going to be bigger and stronger. But obviously Polson's playing a great game, and they push the ball around really well. To take nothing from them, I don't mean that, but just on Loyola's side, down 5-0, and they're still working hard. They're still trying to make the right pass at the right time, so they can take a lot from this.
Lechner controlling on the far side, taking the ball away. They'll feed it up to midfield. Burns is there, but the height advantage goes to the Polson defender on the header. We shouldn't have any stoppage time. That one's going to be taken away and fed forward just a little too heavy on the dribble. And Polson will control on the far side. Lincoln trying to get into the action there as he feeds it, but it's going to be bounced back, and this one's going to go down the far sideline in favor of Polson. Fed to the middle of the field all by himself is Guerrero, but he can't control the pass, and the defense will get back. That one's going to be fed to the near side for Polson. They'll drop it back. And they'll play a little catch. Lincoln gets his foot in there. We fed up field. Defense will get it. Now it's picked up by Dahl. Dahl will feed it back up. Burns is there, but it'll roll out of bounds on Burns as he can't get there.
Tyree's doing a good job in the middle, kind of disrupting things, and he's playing nice balls to the people's feet, and he's doing a great job.
Controlled by the Rams, off to the throw-in. On the far side, it'll roll out of bounds, and Polson will have it now on the throw-in. 8:25 left in the first half. Polson leads the Loyola Rams 5-0 on the scoreboard.
Right there, that ball was played wide, and it went out of bounds, but it was still the right play at the right time. It was just a little bit long.
Lincoln will get the breather as they'll bring in number 16, Gabe Lowe, as the striker, the lone striker for the Rams. This one's forced out of bounds, and Polson will maintain control. Throw in very quickly. Guerrero is there, but the defender, County, will clear it out. Polson will pick it back up again. Fed between the legs of Tyree. This one will be a shot on goal. Kalava will bat it down.
Shot by Lanier.
Great shot, great save.
Up the far sideline. Polson controlling time of possession and keeping the ball on the Rams side of the field, but the Rams have had some brilliant streaks and attacks. Just got to put some more of those together. 7:10 left in the first half. 5-0. Polson.